Okay, last time we already talking about the operational amplifier. Okay, so today we'll be continuing with the one we call inverting operational amplifier. Okay, first thing I try to review. Okay, basic thing you have to know. This is the operational amplifier. They get a negative input and they get a positive input. Okay, so the negative input we call a inverting input. Okay, and another one, positive here, non-inverting input. Okay, and also, between the positive and the negative, you get a resistance. That's a high impedance. That's only telling you the current cannot flow into the op-amp. Okay? That is the first thing. The second thing, V different. That's what we call VD. In the past, we already know VD. That means the difference between the input positive and the input negative. That means V1 minus V2. And they said VD on the time will be equal to 0. That will be telling you V1 and V2 all the time. A1 equal V2. Okay? And now, this is what we call an inverting amplifier. How do we recognize? If the input applied to the negative, they will be inverting amplifier. If the input applied to positive, then they will be non-inverting amplifier. Okay? And if you're looking into the circuitry, you can see this is the input resistor, Rin. That RF means feedback resistor. See that? Feedback resistor. That means this resistor connects from the output back into the input. That's why they call a feedback resistor, okay, between output and inverting input to produce closed loop gain for ACL. ACL means closed loop gain. Like no current flow into input terminal. The thing is, like I said, they will be high input impedance. So that's why, make sure you understand, current cannot flow into the op-amp. Okay, and also, we already said the different input is 0. Okay, VD equal V1 minus V2 equal 0. That's telling you V1 equal V2. Okay, and also they've given you the formula, the gain of the op-amp inverting amplifier equal minus RF divided to RE. That is the summary, and I will explain to you. Now, first thing, you know V1 and V2 equal. That means the difference between V1 and V2 is 0. Now, you see that around 0 volt. That will be telling you V1 and V2 the same. So that also the route 0 volt. Okay? That's what you have to know. And this route here, they get a different name. Okay? They call a virtual route. Okay? Now, can you tell me what the different route here, okay, and route in here? What route in here, you know? What the name? Mr. Smith, what is the name of the route at this point?
Would you call it earth ground?
It's there.
Earth ground?
Yeah, but that is very general. You have to say physical ground.
Okay, physical ground.
Now, what that means, physical ground? That means you have to using the wire.
Hey, Mr. Pham.
Yes, sir.
So is that like your car? You got on the car battery, you got a plus and you got a minus, and the minus get a wire from the minus post on the battery and then go to the body of the car, which is physical ground.
That's the physical ground.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Physical ground, you need the wire connect to the route. Okay. And the other one in here, then they are physical route. They call it not a physical route, they call a virtual route. That means they not connect directly to the route. but the 0 volt. Okay. Now, if you say the current I,
Hey, Mr. Pham, real quick, the virtual ground, what is it? What is the virtual ground connected to?
now that they connect this way. But they 0 volt. But what the difference? That will be telling you the current can flow through it.
Okay.
Okay? So that's why they call it virtual route. Even they route, but they're not a physical route. If you connect a wire from the negative to the route, then current cannot flow. Okay? So that is a special. So now you see the current I coming in. Okay? Go to this point. Can current going down? Can current going down here? Can current go into op amp? First thing, current cannot go through the op amp. The thing is high input impedance. That's what we're talking about here. However, my next question is, how did current going down? Who can tell me?
Because the plus and the minus is equal.
Exactly. That means V1 and V2 the same potential. Current cannot flow. You see that? If you connect both sides 5 volt, then the current will be 0. They cannot flow. Current have to be flowing from higher potential.
So, Mr. Pham, is that the same as the minus? So you got a minus 5 volts on the minus post and a plus 5 volts on the plus post. So that cancels them out, correct?
Okay, now, if you get 5 volt, right?
Right.
This is 5 volt. This
Minus
is
or
5
plus?
volt. Okay? Then the current flow here. Right?
Okay.
Current cannot flowing at the same potential.
Is one of those minus 5 volts or
That's
and one,
okay. If minus 5 and 5, that are not the same.
okay.
Then the current can flow. Okay?
All right.
I had a question. I just wanted to understand. So the second bullet point says that no current flows into the input terminals. So what is this inverting op amp used for then?
Oh, this for them the thing is they not coming, current not coming, but you get current coming out.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
The reason they not coming in here, the thing is high impedance. That's what we're talking about here. High input impedance.
Because impedance is like a resistance, and resistance is the opposition to current flow.
Exactly. Okay? So, again, current I come to that point. They're not going into the op amp or high input impedance. They're not going down. The thing is they get the same potential. So the current will be flowing this way. I. Okay. They going to RF, then RF will be positive, and that will be negative. Okay. And this is a negative, then this will be negative, and this side will be positive. So the first thing what I like to do for the guy, okay, when you're looking into the operational amplifier, you have to recognize is it a inverting or will be a non-inverting. So again, if the input applied to the negative input of amp, that will be inverting. If the input applied to the positive of amp, that will be non-inverting. Okay, let's see. Now we go more. You can see the current, you get 5 volt applied. Okay, the current going up to this point. Okay, and they will be go up and go through up to this point. Okay, and you already know this is a positive, negative, then you know that will be negative, and that will be positive. Okay, if you get a question, just let me know.
Whatever you were doing, Mr. Pham, you didn't write it just now.
I try to explain to you, okay? I already telling you, the current here flow here, right? They
Okay.
not go to the negative. So they go up.
Right, it goes through the feedback resistor.
Exactly. They go to the feedback resistor, so that's why positive here and negative here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay. Now, if you get a negative at this point, then this output right here have to be negative, right? The thing is this just a wire. And if a negative, then the other side must be positive. Correct?
You're talking about at the output where it says LO or something?
I'm talking about VL.
Right.
Is it negative? It's correct or no?
Plus minus. So the minus wire, yeah, minus.
You get a minus here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the other side have to be minus the same. It's just a wire.
Okay. Right.
So that's why if a negative here, then the other side of the resistor must be positive.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You get that?
And that positive is also touching the ground,
That
correct?
doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. All right.
But you get a resistor, one side you say negative, the other side must be positive.
Correct.
Okay, that will be telling you. You get a current I outflow up here. When they get into VL, where they go? They go into the op amp or they go down to the load. Current I, when they drift, it drifts to VL. Question A, where they go? Is it they go to the load or they go into the op amp?
Where the LO is that it goes into the op amp.
Okay. The thing is, the current cannot flowing from negative to positive. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So this current here cannot go into the load. However, they will be go inside of amp. That's what they call a sink current. That means the op amp pull the current into it. That's what they call a sink current.
Hey, Mr. Pham,
Yeah.
are we operating on the premise that the negative can't flow into the positive? And so basically when you started off the class with DC current flow, you have a conventional flow and electron flow. So this is conventional flow, and conventional flow is positive to negative, not negative to positive. So is that one of the reasons you're saying this?
Now the thing is that's only one current. Correct?
Correct.
Either conventional current or electron current, only one current. However, we teaching they using conventional current.
Right. So negative won't flow into the positive.
Right. From positive to the negative.
Right.
However, electron moving will be negative to positive.
Okay,
But
got it.
they're not talking about electron current.
Right.
Okay?
Got it.
Now, IL, that means the current, load current. Right here. They have to flowing from positive to the negative. So when they get into VL, also they have to go in here. That will be IL. If you're looking into the picture, you see they draw IO, right?
Yes.
Output current, op amp. Op amp current. Now they will be equal. I blood
IL.
You see that?
Mhm. So one current comes from the feedback resistor down, and the other one comes from ground or the positive side of the resistor up.
Right,
And both of those added together equal the total current,
right,
which is the op amp current.
right. When the current flow into the op amp, they call a sink current. That
So
means
then,
put the
so
current in.
IO and sync current is the same thing,
IO just a total of I and IL.
but it's the same as the sync current.
Yeah, same thing, same name. They still coming into the op amp. That will be called a sink current. Okay?
Okay.
Now, if I want to calculate the current I, here, okay? Now you can see, you get a 5 volt here, you get a round right here. You can using Ohm's law. Then I will be equal V in divide R1. Okay?
Right.
Now, they want to calculate the gain. Okay? So, the gain, that means the difference between the input output. Okay? Like you get input 5 volt, whatever output will be. You take output, you divide to the input, you get the gain. Now, definition, gain. Ratio between V out and V in. Okay. Now can you tell me, if I want to calculate V out, how do I calculate V out? Looking into the circuitry, tell me, if I want V out, what V out equal?
V out equal the gain times.
What do you mean the gain? I want to calculate by the current and the resistance.
Oh, okay. So
You know V out. That means from here to the round, right?
right.
So basically you can see V out will be equal IL times RL. Correct?
Right.
Okay. However, we not deal with the RL. That's a load resistor. They will be varied. So the other way, can you tell me what V out equal? Remember, this also be a round, right?
Right.
So V out will be equal I times RF, correct? Remember, this is a round. So V out also equal I, the current I, times RF. However, the negative, so that's why you have to say minus I times RF.
Hey, can you show where that minus come from one more time?
The thing is here. You see that?
Yeah.
This is a negative, so that's why you get a minus.
Okay. All right.
Correct?
Correct.
Okay. So, what now? I tell you what V in equal, right? Okay. V in equal I times R1.
Correct.
V out minus I times RF. Okay?
Mhm.
So the gain ACL closed loop gain, the difference between V out and V in. So they will be minus I RF divide I times R in. Finally, minus RF divide R in.
Right, because the I's cancel out and you're left
Yeah.
with the minus sign.
Right.
I'm glad you wrote that part, Mr. Pham. I kind of understand it, but it was getting fuzzy there.
Okay. Yeah, whatever you guys need, just let me know. Okay. The reason I want you to understand. Okay. When you understand that, you don't have to memorize. Okay. They still into your brain. Now, so first thing, when you're looking into the operational amplifier circuitry, in order to recognize inverting amplifier, by looking up into the input, they will be applied to the negative input of the op-amp. Okay? And also, you have to know RF, they call a feedback resistor. They connect from output back into input of the op-amp. Okay? And the current output of the op-amp I/O will be equal to the total current I and the IL. Okay? In this situation, current go into the op-amp. That's why they call it sink current. Okay? And you must be memorized the gate ACL will be equal to RF divided to R in or R1 in this case. Okay? Any question up to this point? They're using R1, okay? Now, R1. Okay, that's R1 here. So you can see in the calculation, they calculate the ACL gain minus 1.5. If you want V out, you take the gain times V in minus 1.5 times 5. You get minus 7.5. Okay? If you want to calculate the current IL will be, you take the voltage difference between RL and divide RL. So one side will be 0, the other side will be V out. So 0 minus to minus 7.5 divide to find K, you get 1.5 milliamp. Op-amp current will be the total of I and IL. So add them up. So that's a very, very clear to me for the inverting amplifier.
And Mr. Pham, on that load current, I'm a little bit confused because you got 0 minus parenthesis minus 7.5 divided by 5K equal 1.5. The 0 is that a virtual ground or what is
Oh,
that?
that's a physical ground. That's a ground.
Oh, that's the ground.
Okay, now.
Hey, could you write that out, Mr. Or is it a way you could write that out so we could see it?
Okay, now you get the IL. Okay. That means the difference between RAW and VO. Correct?
Okay.
Okay. Now you have to say RAW minus VO divide IL.
Okay.
Okay, now if you're not using RAW minus VO, then you can get into minus VO divide IL, right?
Mm-hmm.
So minus VO, okay? Basically, VO will be a minus, okay? Okay, hold on. If you calculate the VO, over RL, now, VO equal minus 7.5. Divide RL. So when you apply that, you can get the current will be minus. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a minus current. Current have to be positive. Okay? So
Okay.
that's why you calculate IL, you have to take the difference between RAW and VL. Then now you can see RAW means 0 volt, correct?
Correct.
Minus VL. Then you divide IL. Okay, so you can see 0 minus 7.5, correct?
Correct.
Divide IL. So you see, you get a minus, so you don't have anymore. Minus, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you get 7.5 divide IL right here. So the current have to be positive, cannot be negative. If you say equal VL divide IL, and VL you get a negative, you divide IL, you get a negative current. You cannot get negative current. So that's why you have to set IL the different current between 0 volt and VL. 0 minus to minus 7.5. Okay, any question about inverting amplifier? The thing is when you understand, that's very easy for you to working on the level. Okay, you do that calculation for me. I want to know the answer before we keep moving. That's coming out from left volt. First thing they want the gain.
The gain is that's minus R3 over R2.
What you get?
Okay, hold on. Let me grab my calculator.
Yeah, you guys have to calculate for me. Who get it?
Hold on, Mr. Pham.
I
Is
asked
the,
you my
is the
also
gain 10?
minus
Minus 10.
minus 10. You know the formula will be minus, right?
Mhm,
R3 over R2.
mhm.
V out. V out equal V in times gain. What V out?
It would still be negative 10, right?
Perfect. Minus 10. And then they're asking for current I through R2.
Oh, so that's so is that 1 volt?
Current I.
No, Mr. Pham, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking you, it says VDC and before the V it says 1 plus. So is that 1 volt?
Yeah, that's a 1 volt input.
Okay, so it's 1 volt divided by 1K.
Correct.
Which is the same as which is the same as 1 milliamp.
Exactly. Answer will be 1 milliamp. Load current. Load current will be V out divide R load 10K.
1 milliamp.
Perfect. 1. Total current.
So is that 2 milliamps?
Perfect. You adding IL,
Right.
okay, and IR3.
You add number two and number 4 together, and that gives you 2 milliamps.
Right. This is a very, very basic. You have to know. You apply for technician job. That normally they can ask you to see how much you understand. They not go to complex circuitry. They just want to know the basic in electronic, and you have to know. Any question regarding into this example? Okay, by the way, I can tell you, they call an inverting amplifier. They're telling you one thing. If input positive, output will be negative. Okay, that's why inverting. If an input negative, output will be positive. Okay, and if you apply the signal sideways, and the input output will be 180 degrees out of phase, opposite.
And that's for non-inverting, right?
Right. That's for inverting.
I mean inverting.
Right,
The
inverting.
minus sign is inverting, the plus sign is
Right.
non-inverting.
They will be opposite. Input positive, output negative, input negative, output positive. If input sideways, output will be sideways. However, they will be 180 degrees out of phase, or they will be opposite. So I hope through this example, it makes more clear for you guys. You will be seeing this picture when you do the left volt. I took it from the left volt example for you. Okay, now another example. However, in this example, they apply sideways 1.2 volt peak to peak and the frequency 1 kilohertz. That's the difference, okay? And also on that one here, they draw that route, okay? Telling you they are virtual route, not physical route, okay? Now they want to zone 4, closed loop gain.
So is it -3?
What you get? Ratio between R2
-3.
R1, right? The ratio between R2 R1, 4.5.
-3, Mr. Pham.
Yeah, 4.5 divide 1.5. Okay,
-3.
okay. Now, normally you're working on AC. Okay, then you can say 3. Or -3. Same thing. However,
Is that because you're looking at the positive half cycle and the negative half cycle?
that's why if you say -3, okay, then you have to say when input positive, output will be negative. See that? However, when input negative, output will be positive. So basically, the gain will be changing, right?
Mhm.
So that's why for AC, we're using absolute value. The gain is 3. You don't have to using that. You know they will be opposite
Right.
and they be varied. So the gain will be 3. And what we out?
The gain times VN.
V out will be the gain time V in. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
3 point. Is it right?
3.6. Yeah.
No positive, no negative. The thing is V peak to peak.
And you said the gain is the absolute value, not minus.
Right. Current I to R1.
I got 0.8 milliamps.
Perfect. You take the input divide 1.5K. So you get 0.8. See the note here. Input output is inverted 180 degrees of phase. You understand that? That means input positive, output negative. Input negative, output positive.
Hey, Mr. Pham, what type of electronic devices or household or whatever things they use the op amp in?
What that mean?
No. What is the op amp used in? Like home appliances or
Op amp using for what, right?
Yeah, what is it used for?
Yeah, they amplify the signal.
I know, but what type of appliances like cell phones, VCRs,
Anywhere.
DVD? I'm sorry?
Now, any device, okay, they want the input is small and they want output to be bigger. And that's why you can see your your voice, microvolt, okay, and they go into the circuitry that is too small. Circuitry cannot be working with that too small circuitry. So that's why they need amplifier. Make it bigger.
So the op amp can be used in
Yeah,
pretty much everything.
right.
Okay, thank you.
The thing is your voice, when you're talking to your phone, the input will be in microvolt inside the circuitry of your cell phone. They cannot working with the signal with a very, very small voltage. That's why they need to amplify bigger. So, any question on that one? If you understand now, you can see very, very easy to do any calculation for inverting amplifier. Now, we try to get through that one. Non-inverting amplifier. Okay? Why they call non-inverting amplifier? The reason is input V1 apply to positive. Okay? So that's why they call it non-inverting.
Just to clarify, so that means that when it has a sine wave, if the input is positive, the output will still be positive?
Okay. You said if you get a sine wave, right?
Yeah,
For V1, right?
yeah.
Then whatever here will be the same, but not this voltage. The same here, right?
Okay.
The thing is you get the difference will be 0 volt difference here. Whatever volt, AC, DC. Okay. First thing is the input positive voltage. That's not V1. The positive voltage have to be connect to the positive. Connect here.
So Mr. Pham, that's where you got in blue, and you wrote it down in blue, Vn equal V1 times R3 divided by R2 plus R3, and it's 2.5 volts. And where the red arrow is pointing to the black dot, that's Vn.
All right.
For the purpose of touching the plus sign
Okay.
on the op amp.
Right. Right now, if I'm talking about VE applied to
He's
op
gonna be
amp,
a short session. There's only 7 people. And I'm like, it's all. Sorry.
okay. Now, when we're talking about VE, they have to connect directly to positive. So that's why we in here. Okay. However, if you're looking into the circuitry, you get a V1 right here. However, you get R2, R3 that are using the voltage divider. You can calculate V in. Okay. V in will be V1 times R3 divide R2 plus R3. You get 2.5 volt. That's a V in. And at this point, okay, they will be the same with V in. So basically, they will be 2.5 volt. Right? The thing is they get a 0 volt difference. So V in 2.5. So at that negative input of the op-amp also 2.5. And if you get 2.5 up there, right here, also 2.5. Correct?
Correct.
The thing is just a wire connected. Is it okay? Okay, again. If you really want it, first thing you have to calculate the V in. Okay? V in, that means correct directly into the positive. Using the voltage divider, you calculate, you get V in 2.5. Okay. At this one is 2.5. Then this point here also 2.5 volt. And this is just a wire. So at that point also 2.5. Okay, now you say you get a positive 2.5 volt here and around here. Okay, so that's why you get the current flow from 2.5 up to round. Okay, you can get the current. Okay, that current I. So you know I equal 2.5 divide R1. Okay, 2.5 divide 1K. Okay, you get 2.5 milliamp. Okay,
Hey, Mr. Pham.
okay.
Hey,
So
Mr.
basically, the
Mr.
current.
Pham, question.
Go ahead.
Where you got the black dot at, which way is it? The current, is it flowing up towards that 2.5?
Okay, now you agree that 2.5 volt.
Oh, okay, where the minus turn, yeah, is the current flowing upward?
No. What I'm telling you, do you agree that 2.5 volt?
Correct.
So this 2.5 volt,
Yeah, correct.
okay? So 2.5 volt and ground. So the current flow.
I guess what I was trying to find out which way the current is flowing from the black dot
You
toward.
understand me? This is a positive 2.5. This is a ground. That
Okay.
the current have to flowing from positive to the negative.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay?
All right.
However, this current I here basically coming from here. Okay? So this
Okay.
current coming from the output of the op amp. So the current flowing from output op amp, okay, to this point 2.5 on here. So they're telling you you get a positive here. Okay? Positive. And the other side must be negative. Okay? So the current I, that is still current I here. So the output of the op amp, you can see now they will be positive here and a negative here. How? The thing is this is a positive, so that have to be positive. This is just a wire.
Right.
Okay? So where that current I coming out. So the current I will become this way. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That will be a source current.
Some goes up and some go down.
Okay. So the I coming out from the op amp. Okay? And they go this way. Okay. Now, IL. You see, this is the positive.
Mm-hmm.
This is the negative.
Mm-hmm.
So the current IL have to be going down
Right.
here. Okay?
So are you saying, Mr. Pham, some of the I goes up and some of the I goes down?
Right.
Okay, thank you.
So that's why you can see I out. That means op amp current. They will be equal I plus IL all the time. Either they sink current or they short current. Okay? That means the short current sent out of the op amp. If the current op amp pull it in, that will be sink current. Now, if I want to calculate the V out, what V out equal? V out. One way. You can take V out from output to the ground. So they will be equal IL times RL. correct?
Yes.
However, we cannot using the formula with RL. Why? The thing is RL will be changing all the time. I want to calculate using any value in the circuitry, okay, without RL. Another way, who can telling me what VL equal? Or VL equal who know? Who can tell me? VL means you measure from output to the round, correct?
Correct.
Output to the round, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Another way, VL will be equal to voltage drop across RF plus voltage drop R1.
Mhm.
So they will be equal I times RF plus I times R1. Both the same VL.
Mhm.
Okay. So now, if you want to calculate the gain, you take the ratio between, okay, V out and V in. Okay. What V in equal?
Wasn't that 2.5?
Okay. We try to get the formula. So basically, IRF plus IR1. Okay. IRF will be I times RF, right?
Mhm.
Plus IR1. Okay. IRF plus IR1. That means plus V in, correct? The thing is V in. Okay. That means the voltage right here. That's a V in here. Okay. So now you take V out. Okay. Divide to V in ACL. That's a basic definition. Output divide input, you get ACL. Okay. And the output you can get IRF plus V in. Okay. I times RF plus V in divide V in. They will be V in divide V in. You get a 1. Okay. And I RF divide V in plus 1. Okay. So that's why they coming with this formula. ACL again equal 1 plus RF over R1. That is the gain. If you want to calculate the V out will be equal ACL times V in. If you want to calculate the I out of amp current, same formula we already know. I plus IL. Okay. So they said ACL always greater than 1. The thing is 1 plus. Okay. And this is a little more. They calculate, so you can see. VL can be equal IL times IL. We're not using. VL equal VRF plus VR1. Okay. Or equal I times RF. Okay. Plus 1 times R1. Okay. I will be equal V in divide R1 and VR will be, okay, that they just telling you right here. Okay, V out divide V in equal 1 plus RF over R1. That is the formula for gain. Okay. If you get time, you can go detail on how come they get this one, okay? Go to this thing. Otherwise, I don't care. Only thing I want to make sure when you're looking into the circuitry, you know that will be a non-inverting amplifier. Okay, that is the first thing. Second thing, when they using the V in, the voltage must be connect directly to input positive of the op-amp. Normally they given you that voltage, so you can using voltage divider to calculate the V in. Okay, now you can try on this one. Input V in connect to the non-inverting. Now V in here. Right? Oh, no, here. V in here. Connect positive. Okay? And this RF feedback resistor. Input V in connect to the non-inverting input of the op-amp. The closed loop gain. They given you the closed loop gain. Equal 1 plus RF divide R2. RF will be a feedback resistor. They connect from the output to the input, so that's why feedback. Okay, input and output will be in phase. That means if you get a positive coming in, you get output positive. If you get a negative input, you get negative output. If you get a sideways, input output will be in phase, okay, not out of phase. So for the both circuit, they given you RF 1K, R2 1.5K, and V in a minus 2.5. They want the gain.
1.67.
What the gain equal?
1.67.
Okay, one answer will be 1.67. Who else get the same answer? At least you know another one. Have to do calculation to make sure the answer will be right. You know the gain will be 1 plus RF over R2. Anyone get it? Remember, 1 plus RF over R2. Okay? And V out will be gain times V in. V in is minus 2.5. Okay, you get the gain.
Minus 4.17.
2.5, right?
You said V out, right?
Yeah.
So that's the gain times V in, and I got, unless I hit the wrong button, I got minus 4.17.
Okay.
Let me do it again.
Okay. 1.67
Okay.
times
0.6.
2.5.
Negative 2.5.
Minus 4.17.
Right, that's what I get. Minus 4.17.
Okay. And finally, they can current through R2. Who can calculate the current through R2? I R2.
Let me see.
If you want to know the current through R2, you already know one side will be round.
Right. 0 volts.
Now right here. Now you want to know what voltage at V1. V1 equal what? You know the difference here. Zero volt difference. So V1 and V in will be the same. Correct? Equal minus 2.5.
Okay.
Get that?
Yeah. So it's minus 2.5 divided by R2. Is that what it is? About 1.5K?
That's correct. However, if you want to do, then you can see I R2 equal 0 volt. Round, right? Minus 2V1. That means minus 2.5.
So did you get the current of
IR2.
1.67 milliamps or something?
Okay. 2.5 divide R2. So minus will be 2.5. Divide R2. R2 1.5. Divide 1.5.
1.67 milliamps?
2.5 divide 1.5. You get 1.67 milliamp. Okay? Make sure you get the time. Try to working on again. Okay? You will be see in the level when you're working on operational amplifier circuit. Okay? Any question up to this point? No? Okay. I will be stopped here. Okay? Good night to everyone.
Okay, Mr. Pham, don't forget to go trick-or-treating.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye-bye.